friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nancy, and if you're new here, you're welcome. Remember to subscribe and also to give me that thumbs up. If you're not new, thank you so much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it. So today I decided to do something different with my hair, and I think I love this look. I don't know what you guys think. Yeah, I think I'll do it again. I think it's convenient, so today I wasn't just in the mode of curling my wig and just putting the wig on. So I try to avoid tying stuff on my head because they really give me a bad headache. But it's something that I'll do once in a while. However, I hope you guys love this look. I kind of like it. And so I went heavy on the makeup because I wanted you guys to be distracted from my head, the shape of my head. Nevertheless, I love this whole look. Yeah, so coming back to today's video, this is a topic that has been on my heart and mind for a while now. So for me, growing up, I don't have a sister. I grew up among 3 brothers, which was the most wonderful experience for me. I think I'm grateful for that because I would hear my friends tell me about the sister dramedy and everything, and I just said, Lord, thank you, for giving me brothers. So growing up, not having a sister is not something that I felt I needed, because obviously my brothers, especially my young brother and my mom, filled that gap up. So in my family, I couldn't find that sisterhood with anyone because my cousins are either way younger than me or way older than me, so I couldn't belong anywhere, and so growing up for me, I had the sisterhood experience with my friends mostly, my brother, my young brother, because he would be the one that would render me his ear most of the time for my stories, for my venting, and my mom would also chip in here and there just to be there for me, whenever I needed a friend, whenever I needed a sister. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for, because as a result of that, I never really felt the need of having a sister or that I missed out on something. So let's talk about female friendships. So I think the real experience of female friendship with me really started in high school and mostly at church, because at church we have these clubs that are grouped according to age. And so I had this group of friends that we moved with from the youngest club up to the senior youth club. And so these were my friends, and I would have friends from school, who are still, some of them are still my friends up to now, and I really love them. They are my girls, they've been there for me, and so I really appreciate that. But then at church I had these friends, that we grew up with from the time we were young, because my mom would take me to church, would take us to church when we were really young. And so I spent most of my child play in church. Yeah, so I'm one of those people that would say I grew up in church, kind of arrangement. So I had these friends that we moved with from one club to the next, and so these are the friends that that I really cherished. These are the friends that we are really dear to my heart, because for me, I got used to the idea that because at church we moved from one stage to the next, one developmental stage to the next. I thought that would be the rhythm of my life, that I would be with these people for the rest of my life. And so the reality check came when when we graduated high school, and obviously we were headed in different directions. So I was accepted and to go to uni, and my friends went in different directions, obviously. And I think the reality of friendships for me really started then, because guys, it was hard for me at first to accept the reality of things, because I really wanted to stay in touch with my friends. I really wanted to keep up with the communication. Every weekend I would leave school, go home, so that I could just spend time with my friends. However, there was a strain on me. Even my high school friends at the time really just scattered in different directions. So it really just put me off balance a bit, because at the time I didn't really know which direction to take or what to do. So I tried to balance my school life, my uni life, with my friends at home. However, that proved to be proved to be impossible for me because obviously, in university during the week would get busy with school, and over the weekend was the only time that I would get to spend with my boyfriend. I would get to spend with my other friends, and also just to catch up on schoolwork. So eventually I just realized that, what, this thing of me going home every weekend and trying to catch up and meet up with my friends won't work. It was then that realization came to me that it was time to just to say bye. It was just time for me to let go of that past and just focus on where I was, and just focus on me having a meaningful experience in that place, because I wasn't really going to enjoy my uni life if I kept looking back, if my heart was still back home, if I kept on thinking, oh, this coming weekend I need to go back home and um, catch up with my friends. So that's what happened at the time. And yeah, so I just want to say that, when it comes to female friendships, apart from the relationships that are between men and women, female friendships are also one of those important relationships that really have impact on your life. They really have impact on your life, because these are peers. These are people that who have, to a great extent, who have influence on your life. And so um having those breakups, having those breakups really hurts. Breaking away from someone that you considered a friend, a close friend, someone that you shared so much information with, and there just comes a time when life just takes you in different direction. Perhaps your friend gets married and relocates to a different area. Perhaps your friend gets a job and has to go and work in a different area. So all those things prompt us to break those friendships that we have with our girls. And I just want to say that, when such a time comes, it's important for us to, support each other. When life takes us in different directions, obviously, of our personalities, of our interests, of our dreams, I think it's important as girls, as women, to support each other. It's not good to hold each other back. I think and I think some people tend to be emotional over these things. You start complaining to your friend, no, you forgotten about me, you no longer communicate, you no longer see me, you don't want to do this. Like, just all these emotions come into play. Female friendships are different from male friendships, because the guys keep it cool all the time. With guys, they don't really have those attachments when it comes to their friendships. Guys easily just, I think, from what I see, I don't know about their own personal experiences, but from what I see, it's easy for guys to just let go of those friendships and form new friendships. But for us ladies, whew, it becomes a roller coaster of emotions. And I think I also experienced that. You try so hard to keep in touch with this person, they leave you on red. They leave you on red, and probably they reply after a week or so, and you think to yourself, does this person hate me or what? What did I ever do to this person? Um perhaps they hate something that something bad that I said about them. You start having all these thoughts within you that perhaps you did something that upset this person, that they are now ignoring you. Sometimes it's not that. It's just that sometimes time is limited, and people don't really have time. For example, if you go to a new place and you have new friends, you form new friendships there, and you've left, for example, a friend here in Lusaka, and you've gone to work in Dola, and there you meet new people and you make new friendships. Obviously, your priorities will change. Your priority will be on the people that are currently in your life, and not someone that is far away. You first of all respond to messages of the people that are currently in your life. So it's not that someone hates you. And I think we must do away with this notion that just because someone doesn't have time for you means that they've stopped caring about you, means that means that they hate you, or means that they no longer interested in you. I think we must move away from that notion and just, be there to support our friends, whether they communicate to us or they don't communicate to us. Because I think from my own experience, I've had friends where we've really cut communication, like literally cut communication between us, maybe for years, maybe for months. But at the end of the day, the love between us is still there. And I think that's one thing we must know, is that love does not mean availability of someone. Someone can love you, but it does not mean they'll always be available for you. And sometimes it's safe to love each other at a distance, because you can no longer just keep up with that person. You can no longer just move at the pace at which that person is moving. So it's very important to really just be there for our friends, and not have negative thoughts or jump to conclusions. When someone is not communicating with you, it doesn't mean that they now hate you. No, that's not always the case. However, I'm not saying that we must not have expectations of our friends. I'm just emphasizing the fact that when it comes to friendships, we must not have expectations at all. And I think friendships that don't have expectations are the most wonderful kinds of friendship, because as adults, we tend to go into different directions in life. We tend to have different time schedules. I laughed. There was a meme that I saw, where a group of friends were having like a group chat, and this one person said, "I'm free on Tuesday." Then the other person said, "Oh no, I'm free on Wednesday." So it was like on the days that this other person was free, this other person was held up. And that's just how adult friendships are. So it's not good to hold your friends down, to keep grudges against your friends, to have high expectations of your friends. I think friendships are supposed to be light and funny. Yes, we need to put energy and effort into these friendships. I'm not disputing that fact. But what I'm saying is, when you grow up, you have family, you are married, you have a husband, you have children, obviously your priorities change. It does not mean that you do not value your friends. It just means that divided your time according to priorities. And yeah, so we must be kind to our friends in as much as we want them to be kind to us. We must be open-hearted also, to new experiences, to forming new friendships. We must not be timid. We must not be scared of new experiences. I think the greatest fear of a human being is change, because we fear change so much because we don't know what's out there. And that's why it's very important to live by faith. Even the Bible says the just shall live by faith. It's very important to have courage and to have faith in life, because that's what will drive you into new experiences. And so friendships are like that. Some friendships are for a season. And so we must, each and every time our friends are there for us, we must appreciate the moment. It's very important, guys, to live in the moment, to immerse ourselves in those wonderful moments that we get to have with our friends. Because at the end of the day, life is short, and we must appreciate the little time that our friends give us. We must just appreciate that they are there for us. We must just appreciate that you have a friend that you can run to today, and that friend will be there for you. Friends are there for different things. Some friends will remember your birthday, and some friends will not, and that's okay. I think we must take each person as they come. I think for me, that's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way, because when I went to uni, I really felt bad about letting go of my life at home and just focusing on where I was. I really felt bad. But as days progressed, I began to realize that was the right move for me to make. My brain became more settled. Yeah, I just felt settled in one place. I wasn't really thinking about the people that have left home, the friends that have left home. I think my heart really settled in one place. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. yeah, the dynamics of female friendships, the dramedy and everything that goes on. It's a lot, you know. Female friendships are a lot, but at the same time, they are such wonderful friendships. You know, there's that support that, you know, your female friends will give you that you will never get from your family, you never get from your partner. It's just a different kind of relationship altogether, and we must value these relationships. However, we must not really hold our friends back. When it's time to head into different directions, we must be cheerleaders for our friends and just, you know, be happy for them in as much as they are happy for you. So thank you so much, guys, for taking time to watch this video. If you liked this video, remember to give me that thumbs up and also to drop me a comment down below. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, hit that red subscription button down below right now so that you don't miss out whenever I put out new content. So thank you so much, guys, for your support, and see you in my next video.